know what? Most of us actually wear rose-colored glasses whilst we are working. Reason being that we don't look into the future, but I think it's about time we plan towards our pension. Why? Because we compound interest in our own favor. And here today, I have a chartered accountant to talk to us about how to plan towards our own pension for our own interest. I have Mr. Kingsley Hayford here. He is a chartered tax expert and an investment banker. He's also the CEO of Ann Street Finance, which is a financial business and tax advisory group. Hello, Mr. Hayford. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
I must say thank you for coming today.
I'm also happy to be on your set.
A lot of people want to know much about, pension and all. So my first question to you is, why do you say that we should invest in our future?
You see, thank you so much, and also to your viewers. I think that there's this confusion as to the fact that you get an employment and you are given all manner of benefits. Some are giving car allowance, medical allowance. Some are even, they pay you 2 or 3 of your kids' school fees. You have garden boy, you have all the perks that goes with it. To the extent that if you are not careful, you'll be thinking that you'll be enjoying this thing for the rest of your life. And especially in the government sector where some believe that you cannot be sacked, except in the extreme situation. But those of us in the private sector, it's like every day, the industry dictates whether the business will survive or not survive. And with just recent happenings of some collapse of some banks, you can tell that it is not you, it is the market that will determine. If you have that thinking, then anything can put you to retirement. Number one, you can be sick, you can't work, so what happens? Number 2, if you want to even speak your mind as a business manager, leader of the business, you may have some argument with your boss, and you come to work in the morning, by the evening you are unemployed. Question, do you have some emergency funds to support you for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year? No, some within 15 days, you watch, at the end of the month, by 15th of November, there will be crisis. That's why you see people borrowing in between the equation. So if within 2 weeks you cannot survive, then the future is going to be quite difficult. And if you go around our community, people believe that, oh, I'll take care of my kids, and then so that they will take care of me. No problem. What it means is that your child must perform and must succeed enough to take care of a wife, 2 kids, pay for bills, and then take care of your bills. So at some point, if you are not careful, your children will somehow reject you or not support you.
But I just want to tackle on the fact that you said when it comes to sickness and stuff like that. Now that is supposed to be just normal investment, but I want to tackle it from the pension aspect. People know that most often pension is I pay a lot of money to you, and then when I retire from work, and that is when I benefit. It's not just that I come and give you the money, if I fall sick, I get the money. Which is which? So
that's what, let me give you an example. You earn 1,000 Ghana cedis. By law, you are supposed to pay 18.5. Even 5.5 is from the employee. And then the 13% side is from the employer. That is what is on your basic salary. It's not even your gross salary, remember. If your basic is 1,000, allowances added is about 3,000. So the 18.5 of 1,000 is about 185. That is what is being invested for you for over 30 years. Guess what? A man that lives on 1,000 a month, and he is only taking 18.5% of the 100% for the future. It tells you clearly that the future is not too clear. There will be some financial insecurity in the process, meaning that on retirement, you cannot maintain the same standard of living. And so since the 90s, there's the discussion on retirement planning, shifting from defined pension plan to defined contribution. When I say defined pension, I mean that some organization many years ago, even government institutions, says that if you are going on retirement, the institution will pay you about 7 years, they'll calculate 7 years of your salary and give it to you in bulk, plus your pension and other activities. Now it's like you contribute to it, meaning that you have to define and come out the desired lifestyle post-pension. And so it is more serious. So now pension or retirement planning has now been shifted from what? The employer to the employee. So you must determine your lifestyle post-retirement.
Now, I have a problem with you investors. My biggest problem, and not just me, but a lot of people, their biggest problem is the fact that when there's loss of life, now there's always a next of kin, but with you, the investors, you hardly contact the next of kin. And you know it's advised that as a next of kin, no, you shouldn't tell the next of kin because you never know, the person can eliminate you. So if you don't talk to anybody about the person being a next of kin. However, you, the investor, you know the next of kin. But when the person dies, do you follow up?
You see, first, let me say, I'm a financial advisor. And so if you come to me for advice on your financial issues, at that point, I will give you all the information. But the investment companies and some of the financial institutions that takes your funds, that is what the problem. I see it from a customer service angle.
Okay.
If you are really in to serve your customers, then you should go extra mile to look at what we call the Know Your Client form. Everybody, when you are investing, there's the KYC, the Know Your Client form. It's done by the banks, it's done by the financial institutions. The intention is to know your client well, the source of his income, where it's coming from, plus who is the next of kin and the beneficiary in case there's any death or any unforeseen circumstances so that you can contact the people. But I believe that probably other financial institutions may be doing it. But I think on the whole, I believe once you're asking there's something serious on the ground, they are not doing it. And I will sit on your set and I believe that if you're an investment company today, one thing you need to do is to engage your customers, go beyond the ordinary way of taking the person's money and advise on other things that will support the person. And then when there's also unforeseen circumstances like death, you should be able to contact the key people involved. But again,
you should.
It's very important.
And this is the problem that a lot of people are facing. Losses, and then you people benefit. Losses, you benefit. Losses, you benefit. Because you're also looking at the money coming in. You're not looking at taking the money out.
You see, the business of banking or investment is on the question of trust and credibility.
Yeah.
Probably the financial sector is being hit by a credibility crisis.
Yeah.
And it's important that as an advisor or as an investment company or a bank, you should make trust as a key core value of your business so that you live it. Let your brand represent the trust and make sure that you are credible. You are managing the person's investment and funds so that you make a margin.
Yeah.
Focus on the margin and build your empire around the margin. Don't think of build your empire with the client's funds. I think that is what is wrong.
That is what is wrong. And that is what is happening. And so a lot of people don't trust you. Look at what is happening in our financial sector now. However, I know that is why you are here today. And you have a program coming up. Tell us a little bit about it.
Thank you so much. I think that is the essence of this whole project. We have the Financial and Retirement Planning Summit that is coming on this 3rd November, this Saturday. We have about 3 days to go or 4.
Yeah.
3 days to go, 3 days more. 3rd November. And it's happening at Sun Lodge Hotel at Tesano. Tesano get there, and it's just 30 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
The purpose of the summit is for policymakers and industry players to bring to the fore the issue of financial planning and retirement for the ordinary person, the lower middle person, and the higher income earners, and the high net worth people. Why? One mistake. Some people say, oh, for me, I'm okay. One mistake, one transaction.
Yeah.
You are off.
Yeah, off.
And so there's a need to have some financial intelligence and knowledge about planning. I've said several times that New Year resolutions don't deliver the miracle of your future.
A lot of people.
New Year resolutions. Come December, you see people writing. There will be prayers on it. Anointing will be released. Everything will come. It takes planning.
It takes planning, yeah.
Planning will consider what will be the challenge.
Yeah.
And then how do I manage the challenges? And what strategy do I put together to be able to deliver the miracle?
Okay,
Look,
so where can we find the tickets to buy?
The tickets, at this point, you can get some at, I don't know, I don't want to advertise, I don't want to advertise. So you can get some you can call this number, maybe 026 542 4487. Let me repeat again, probably 026 542 4487. If they can put on the screen, I think it will help.
Okay. And the venue again?
Is Sun Lodge Hotel, Tesano, this coming Saturday.
And if people walk in, they can get the tickets?
They can also get a ticket.
Okay.
And like I said, it's important that you have a financial plan.
Yes.
It's about strategy. Life is about strategy. Yes. You must implement the strategy, review the strategy, be financially disciplined because life will sanction you.
Life will sanction you.
Other than
Thank
that,
you.
life will sanction you.
Thank you.
And that's
Thank
why we
you.
need a retirement plan.
Thank you, Mr. Kingsley
Thank you
Hayford.
so
We
much.
wish you all the best on Saturday. We'll be there to support you.
I'm looking forward to you.
I'll come. I'll be there. You said I'm your next client. I'll
Seriously,
be there.
you need
I'll
to
be
be
there.
on my
And
account.
everybody needs to be there as well because we need to plan towards our future well. We have spoken to Mr. Kingsley Hayford for the entertainment section. Don't go anywhere because we have something tantalizing for you. Just get to meet my next guest. We'll be right back.